Hello everyone and welcome to my first ever What I Eat in a Day video. My name is Sarah and I have been losing weight for the last 3 months by shifting to a plant-based diet focused on low calorie density foods. So in these first 3 months I've lost 17 pounds and I'm losing weight by not counting calories, not restricting portions, not going hungry, just focusing on those low calorie density foods. So every day is different, but most days I start with coffee. So that's what I'm doing right here, making myself some French press coffee. Now, once it's steeped, I like to enjoy my coffee with chocolate oat milk. So obviously chocolate oat milk is a more high calorie option, but you do what works for you. It hasn't hindered me in the weight loss so far in these first 3 months. And if I need to switch it up later, I will, but for now, chocolate oat milk is all good. Now, I usually have my coffee pretty early in the morning, and then I'll wait to have breakfast once my son is down for his first nap of the day. Now, for breakfast on this day, I am having oatmeal. Breakfast is one of the few meals where I pretty much have the same thing every day. Sometimes I mix up what fruit I put in, what toppings I put on top, but I do find that having a consistent breakfast routine makes it easy. You don't have to think about what you're going to have. You don't have to worry about whether it's healthy, whether it's on the diet plan. If you just stick to oatmeal and fruit and a bit of flax seeds, you're good to go. So I've got a full banana there, half a cup of oats. I'm adding some cinnamon for some nice flavor and giving it a stir. These oats take about 5 minutes to cook, and then they're all nice and bubbly when they're ready to go. Today I am topping my oatmeal with some ground flax seeds, about 2 teaspoons there, and then also some lovely fresh blueberries. And that is my delicious filling breakfast. Now for lunch today, I'm getting a bit of help from a packaged food item. So this is a white bean and kale soup, and you can pause if you want to check out the ingredients or nutritional information there. I can't cook 3 meals a day most days, so I do rely on packaged products. What I love to do with packaged products is use the product, but then add some additions to make it more filling, make it more healthy. So on this day, I'm adding about 1/3 of a cup of spinach, about 1/3 of a cup of barley that I had cooked in my fridge, 1/3 of a cup of Great Northern beans that I had cooked and in the fridge. And then I added a little bit of extra water to get it back to the right soup consistency for me. So this is just getting heated up on the stove. It doesn't take long. So once my soup is ready, I'm going to pour it out into a bowl, and then I am going to top it with some avocado to get some healthy fat into my lunch. I love these mini avocados because if you're only eating a small portion of avocado, you don't have as much left over to keep fresh in the fridge. And this just happened to be a perfect avocado. I love it when you get that pleasant surprise. Now lastly, I'm gonna season the soup up with some freshly ground pepper, and that is my beautiful, enormous bowl of soup for lunch. Now in the afternoon, I don't usually do any snacks, but I pretty much always have afternoon tea. Sometimes I'll do hot tea, and lately I've been enjoying this organic chai tea. Sometimes I'll do a cold steeped white tea or a cold steeped green tea. But on this day I was enjoying the chai tea. And once again, I like to enjoy this with chocolate oat milk. And I will have that whole pot of tea, a couple mugs, lots of chocolate oat milk. Life is good. Now for dinner on this day, I kept things very simple, and I just made some sweet potato fries with some veggies and a beet bean dip that I will be showing you. So I'm just chopping up my sweet potato into fry-sized pieces, and then I'll get it onto a silicone baking mat. So once they're all chopped up, I like to add some flavor. So I'm adding some Dijon mustard, which basically gives the seasoning something to stick to. I'm adding just a little bit of cinnamon, which I think goes nicely with sweet potatoes. And then lastly, I'm adding some chili powder. So if you like salt, you could obviously add salt as well at this point, but my baby is going to be enjoying these sweet potatoes with me, so I skipped the salt today. So you could, of course, mix this in a bowl, but I just like to do it right on the tray and save a dish. Obviously get any sweet potatoes that escape, and then try and lay them all out into one single layer. These sweet potatoes are going to go into the oven, which is preheated to 375 degrees. Now while the sweet potatoes are cooking, I'm going to start making my beet bean dish. So you can see the ingredients here. So I'm starting with a lemon, and I'm just chopping it up into squeezable pieces. Next, I'm peeling and giving a rough chop to a couple cloves of garlic, and you can add as much or as little garlic as you like. Next, I'm doing a rough chop to a pre-cooked beet. This is a packaged beet that I buy already steamed and fully cooked. So into my food processor is going the juice of the whole lemon, the roughly chopped beet, and the roughly chopped garlic. I'm adding a cup of Great Northern beans that I had prepared at home. Now I'm adding a tablespoon of tahini approximately. So give this a few pulses to get everything going, and then give it a good puree, probably for a good 30 seconds or so. The beet adds a lot of moisture to this, so you don't need any additional oil or water to get a nice dip consistency. The pink color of this dip is so fun, and once again, always give it a taste to make sure you like the flavors. Again, I left the salt out because my baby is going to be enjoying this with me. Now back to the sweet potatoes. They're going to cook for a total of 40 minutes, but I do like to take them out halfway through and just give them a mix, give them a stir, get them back in the oven. So once those 40 minutes have passed, the sweet potatoes are ready. So I'm just serving up my baby's food here. He's having some sweet potatoes. He's going to have a big serving of the beet dip. And he's having a few cucumbers. Now I'm having a big serving of the sweet potato fries. I'm just leaving a few there for another meal for my son. And then I'm having a big serving of the beet bean dip. I ended up going back for another scoop that was about the same size as that first one. A bunch of cucumber sticks and a bunch of baby carrots. So I've got my veg, I've got my starch. That is my lovely, colorful, simple supper. Now, on this day, I did get hungry in the evening, which happens sometimes. So, for a snack, I'm having just one serving, a quarter cup of these mixed nuts. You can see the jar is pretty empty because I have these a lot. Obviously, nuts are higher in calorie density, but they haven't been a problem for me with weight loss. So, I probably have them a few times a week. And then a couple clementines because it's December and they're in season. So, that's all. Thanks for watching. Stick around for more content.